Alrighty.
Thank you for being the first one to burp on air. I love you. That's totally 90s podcast, in
Oh
case
my
you were
gosh, I'm so
wondering.
red. Look at
First of all, that was adorable.
it was great.
Secondly, because it's you. So Neen is the cutest thing on earth. And yeah, I feel like fairy
Oh my
dust just
gosh.
like popped out of you when you
No, I'm
burped.
so sorry, everyone.
That's how we
I
roll
mean,
here, Neen.
it
We
could have
keep it
been
real.
worse. It could have been like, "Rrr."
It could have been, yeah. And you know
Dang.
what? Stay tuned because I'm having a LaCroix, so I'm gonna try
Okay.
not to.
No, for real. Those are like we were just saying, those are amazing. Goodness.
Mm-hmm.
But your all-time favorite is the ginger
Oh
from
God, I just love a
Waterloo.
ginger. I love a ginger drink. Waterloo like came in and kicked LaCroix out of the running for me. Like it's
Wow.
just this ginger. I like tart
Mm-hmm.
because for me, sparkling water is like I want it to taste like Sprite. That's always been my gripe with
Mm-hmm.
sparkling water. You drink it, it's crisp, and you expect it to come out tasting like Sprite. At least I do,
It's
right?
true. Mm-hmm.
So if I get like a lime uh LaCroix, I'm gonna be pissed because nothing's happening on the other end. But ginger, like it's like there's oomph to it. There's
Yeah.
personality. There's like
Yeah, there's
we're
pizzazz.
here.
Mhm. I'm telling
Razzle
you.
dazzle. So
Okay, for real. I'm telling you, I don't know how much more razzle me dazzle you could do that because honestly, they've gotten so much better with their soda waters. Remember back in the day with I don't think what
Perrier.
yeah, I see I love a good Perrier though.
You know, I wish I did because it looks so beautiful. But
Mhm.
again, there's no flavor. It tastes
Yeah.
and no.
See, I just throw some lime in there and it's a oh, so good.
Or you throw Grey Goose in there. Then we're talking and a
Mm.
sprig of lime. Okay. Then I'll drink some soda water.
Oh man, you're funny. Man, I can't say I've tried Grey Goose with yeah,
Yeah, it's delicious
with
with
Perrier or
well,
club
I just
soda
have it
or
with
whatever.
yeah, I have it with soda water. So, but
Man.
imagine it with some Perrier and a little twist of lime.
Ooh, that's refreshing.
Hmm.
Dang. I mean, you guys introduced me to remember was it a rosé with some sparkling water?
Oh yeah,
Like a spritz?
spritzer, yeah.
Yes.
Hmm.
That was so good, man. That was
And it
delicious.
makes the bottle last longer and you're getting in
Yes.
your good
Man.
water intake there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for
See, I'm all about
real.
the health over here.
Okay, well, speaking of health, have you tried Olipop?
I have. And what is I yes, I think they have ginger as well because I love a good Kavita and they
Hmm.
have a ginger lemon type of concoction. All of a
Do tell, what
sudden,
is a Kavita? Is that like
it's
a
got like,
kombucha?
yes, it's got like all that goodness and
Oh.
probiotics and stuff. So I
Mhm.
love that. As of late, I haven't been able to find that particular flavor, and I'm worried they discontinued
Oh,
it.
I
So
hate
one day
that.
I just toddled over right next to it to the Olipop, and
Hmm.
I found Olipop, the ginger one.
Oh,
And I was like, okay,
interesting.
it was good. Personality,
Uh-huh.
again, it's no Waterloo, but it's good. What do you think?
Yeah. See, I'm not a fan, but
Okay.
maybe it's just the flavor I tried. I tried the imitation cola
Oof.
and it had cinnamon
No.
and honey.
See, I love cinnamon and no, absolutely not.
It's just, it's not Coke.
It
And
is
you know what it
not.
is I'm not really looking for Coke, but what I'm looking for is a drink that doesn't have an aftertaste, like a diet taste. I don't like that. I don't like
Oh,
aftertaste on the tongue. Like
okay.
you swallow and it feels like you just swallowed some like sweetener, you know?
I hear you. So you don't like Coke Zero then?
No, I don't like Diet Coke or I don't like anything like that with that flavor at the end.
Okay.
Remember Fresca?
Mm-hmm.
Like that I could handle because I feel like it had enough of a punch to where it didn't feel like it was so, you know, I don't know what you would call it, like have that imitation sugar or whatever, like that sweet
Aspartame,
and low. Yeah, exactly. Um, but
aspartame.
Yeah, but I can't get into it. So
Yeah.
I'll just stick with the sparkling
Yeah.
waters.
I'm in my sparkling water era. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and I picked up that Waterloo because you recommended it to me, and I saw that ginger. I was like, let's do
Mm-hmm.
this. And I'm so happy I did. It's so refreshing, especially when you come home and you're like all sweaty from the gym and you've like been like I drink water like it's going out of style. So I want
Mm-hmm.
something a little different at night.
Oh yeah,
And
for
so it's a
sure.
nice treat. So I just got home from dance class. Mwah, this
Oh,
is
I
nice and
love it.
frosty.
See? No, totally. I'm down. I mean, do you like a good Moscow Mule?
I love Moscow Mule. Mm.
Really? Yeah. See,
No, no, no.
I hate
Yes.
ginger.
Oh,
I find it fascinating people that love ginger.
oh,
I
I
I
love
just
it.
can't do it, Copton. I can't.
Oh,
It's just like, ooh.
yeah.
Eh,
It's like I like the more sour the better. Like I like to make ginger
wow.
shots at home, and it's
Okay.
like I'll put hella ginger, hella lime or lemon,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and like that's it. And like
Yeah.
maybe I'll put like a little bit of water. Oh my God, I love how spicy it is. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah. See, I'll if I know it's good for me, I'll just down it. So I made some ginger and turmeric shots,
That's amazing for
and yeah, and
inflammation.
that freaking burnt my esophagus. But hey,
Yeah. Add some pepper.
yeah, I did some
Okay, good.
exactly cayenne,
Yep.
or regular pepper to
Yeah.
activate the turmeric or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. Ooh. Mm-mm.
Mm.
But hey, if something like that, that's a quick fix, not a quick
Right.
fix, but it goes down easily, I could do. I
Mm-hmm.
just don't like it like in a drink where it's like a slow, you
Yeah,
know.
slow sip. No, I get it. It's an
Yeah,
acquired taste.
it is. It is. But how are you, Steph?
I am doing a fantabuloso. It's a
Mm.
fresh week. It's,
Start of
what
a
the
new dance
hell?
class?
The start of a new dance class with Thriller. It's amazing. I love learning the technique, like everyone knows Thriller and the iconic like choreography, but
Mm-hmm.
to really like break down and learn like the little bits and pieces in between, it's amazing.
Totally.
So I'm very
Is it gonna
happy.
be the whole like Thriller song?
No, it's gonna be the where the zombies, like right when the zombies come out
Oh.
and they're doing the camera and then he's
Oh, stop.
there. That part when I
Yes.
was a little girl, I
Oh,
used to
so
be so
scary.
scared.
Yes,
Yeah.
I used to have the viewfinder
Yeah. Oh,
with snippets of, little slides of the whole music video.
oh my God.
Back in the day. Remember those? Hmm.
Like as an adult now I can watch that by myself, but that's pretty recent for me because that was like
So funny.
traumatic. Like, oh my
Yeah.
God. But I'm excited to make our costumes. I'm excited to like for the performance and I'm excited to like learn some zombie makeup. I want to like make Angel's hair all
Ooh.
messy and my
Stop it.
hair.
I love it. Oh my God, that's gonna be
Yeah.
so exciting to
It's gonna
see.
be fun. Like we're gonna flash mob in the Castro the Saturday before Halloween, and then
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday night is our performance, which is November 1st.
Mm-hmm.
But that's like All Souls Day or All Saints, Dia de
Oh,
los
that's right.
Muertos. So
Mm-hmm.
it kind of works. So
Yeah, this goes with the theme.
yeah. Oh my God. How are you?
Kinda.
Oh, you just got
Oh,
back from a
I
birthday
did.
getaway.
I did. It was nice. It was very relaxing. I was telling Tony yesterday on our way home. I love how like because I'm at home with Presley and my mom, we all live together, right? So it's hard sometimes to find that time where we could just connect
Mm-hmm.
and not have like any interruptions. And like prior to my dad passing, like we used to go out a lot more. But now, I don't like leaving Presley, my mom alone.
Yeah.
It's different. So we really don't get a lot of time, especially with me working and it's just busy. So we don't really get a lot of time to just be by ourselves and like little things like when you first started going out and like even just like laying down and just cuddling and watching a show. Like, oh, it's so nice. Or just, hanging out and just like, I don't know, just enjoying each other's presence. It was amazing. The weather was perfect. He took me to my favorite winery, which is Austin Hope. Their wine is so good. So good. And of course, he told them it was my birthday. I was not amused. But it's so funny because I said, please don't tell anybody it's my birthday. Because I don't like the big thing, right? And he goes, oh, I won't, I won't. So we get there and the girl goes, hi, here's your glass of wine, right? And she goes, oh, I hear it's someone's birthday. And I go, seriously, Tony? And he goes, it's no big deal. You have to be celebrated. I'm like, I mean, it's just a winery. It's not like they came out with, a Chevy's hat. So,
Right.
it was nice though. It was outside. And, if you ever go to Paso Robles, we have to go together. This winery is amazing and it's outside. And what I love is that they made it enclosed, like your little area with like these grass like sections. And it's like a private area for you and you have a whole like vision of like the vineyard in front of you, but you don't get, and there's people to the side of you, but you don't like have that interference, where you feel like you're like bumping elbows or anything like that. It's like it's
Oh,
your own little intimate setting. Or you could go inside and you have like the barrels in there and they have like neon lights. It's so amazing. It's such a nice time. When we walked around the little town, and where else did we go? We went somewhere else. Oh, we went to explored the city, like the little towns near the ocean and stuff. It was really nice. Much needed for sure.
that sounds just perfect. That
Yeah.
sounds amazing. Well done,
Yes.
Tony.
Yeah, I know. He really tried to make it really, really, it's so funny. I don't know if Kara does this, but do you ever send things to Kara and she doesn't look at things? Or is she good about being like, if you send her like an Instagram post or whatever?
She looks at it and she like
Well,
comments.
well, the night before,
Oh,
what was it, a couple nights, maybe, no, I think it was the night before because Tony didn't tell me where we were going, but I kind of had an inkling.
yeah.
So in Paso, there's a place where they literally light up like a whole hillside of with fiber optics, and it's different colors like of the rainbow. And at night, it's lit up. It's
Well,
absolutely phenomenal, right? So I've been wanting to go to this for a couple years since it started. So I said, so if we're going to be going to Paso, I said, here's where I want to go. It's the $87 ticket, and I want to be this lady in this seat by the fireplace looking at this. I told him it's the $87 ticket, right? So open
yeah.
the link, and this is what it is. So we're driving to Paso, and I go, "Oh, did you get the tickets for the show?" And he's like, "What show?" And I'm like,
Oh,
and I go, "The one, with the fiber optics." And he goes, "Oh," I go, "Did you not look at the link?" Because he said he did. And he goes, well, I didn't really open it. I didn't think it was that big of a deal.
oh wow. Mhm.
So when I went to go look for the tickets, it was all sold out. They only had general admission. And I was like, hell no, I don't want general admission. I mean, there's nothing wrong with general admission, but I wanted this ambiance where you sit in the front, you have the fireplace right there and you get charcuterie and they have like a little Airstream bar that you could go
Oh,
to.
so
It was
nice.
like a vibe, right? So I was like, it's okay next time. One day I'll get there.
Oh my God.
But it was okay. We still had a fantastic time, saw beautiful sunsets, and yeah, it was really nice.
That's so nice. And I'm so happy. Yay, you
Thank
deserve it.
you. Thank you. No, I appreciate it. I'm 42 years old and feeling great.
Yay. Amen,
Yeah.
sister. And your skin has
Yeah.
never looked better.
Oh,
You're
thank you. Although
illuminating.
I have like a pimple here,
Well, that's called beauty.
I
Okay.
guess, and my period.
Ugh. Did it finally go away?
Yeah, finally. It's like, hello, stop knocking because I don't
Yeah,
want to answer it anymore. It's
exactly.
ridiculous. And like we
Yeah.
were talking about the hot flashes.
Ugh.
Help me.
Yeah, I'm
Mhm.
done. I wish there was like a check box that I could check, like, hi, I take this away from me. I don't need any of this. Like,
Right. And the thing is, there's really no escaping it. Like even if you have like what is that? Like a hysterectomy, you
hysterectomy. Yeah,
still
you
get
still get
it,
all the
you
symptoms.
know?
Yeah.
Speaking of what is it, like pregnancies and stuff? Courtney Kardashian,
No, that's so scary and sad.
right? I was
Yeah.
like, and you know, it really pisses me off. And I just wanted to mention this because it's really irritating how like insensitive people are. When I looked on her comments after she posted, you know, their hands together or whatever
Oh,
it was,
what
um, people were like, well, that's what you get for being an old mother and
are
getting
you
trying to
are
get pregnant when you're old like that.
what is
And it
wrong
was
with
like
people?
consumed with those type of comments. And it was like, well, that's, you know, that's what you get for this, that's what you get for that. And, you know, what do you expect?
I'm
And
tired.
yeah. And I'm like, you know what? People, I mean, I'm sorry. Like, it could happen to any person at any age, what she's going through. And yeah, you're monitored a little bit more when you're older, but it doesn't mean that you're, you know, you
Yeah.
should be robbed of that experience with someone you love.
I mean, everyone, that just really, people are cruel.
And they
Like,
are.
and it's like, you don't have to love the car. What do they, you know what I mean? Ugh, you know me. Okay, first of all, yes,
Mhm.
I'm a huge Kardashian fan. I know.
Mhm.
But like, you don't have to like them,
Mm-mm.
but you also don't have to, you can just not comment or look, just
Mhm.
scroll by. What do you get from being a bully?
Exactly. If it bothers you that much, then why the hell are you on her page
It's just
commenting?
exactly.
It's like, who's the pathetic one?
Exactly. I'm
You
tired. I
know?
can't stand
So,
people. I'm just
no,
done
same
with
here.
I'm just done with celebrities because, you know, the I wasn't gonna touch on this, but I'm so pissed. But like the Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis, like what the
Yeah.
hell? First, they're done. Like they're done.
Yeah.
All the good that he's done for survivors, it's gone. Like it's
Oh,
all
yeah.
gone because you
Mhm.
can't say that you support sexual assault survivors and then
Mm-mm.
support one. Like
Yeah,
what? And
exactly.
now like all his dirty shit is coming up. Like, you know how he's
Okay.
involved with that
Uh-huh.
whole like trial and the girl that he
Uh-huh.
was supposed to take out. Now it's
And the
coming out
comments he
that
made about Hillary Duff.
and the comment that he supposedly called that trash guy. I don't want to refer to him by name, but the guy that got
Mhm.
sentenced,
Mhm.
Masterson.
Mhm.
He called him and his like agent before calling the police to report the murder. Like he was more concerned about what was going to happen to him. And like
Wow.
I always thought that it was weird that he said that he could see red wine stains from where he was standing, and it turned
Mhm.
out to be her blood, but you had to go deeper into the house to see the blood stains. It was just all shady, but now all of
Mhm.
that's coming out. And like most important, their apology was so scripted
Oh,
and they were
completely.
bothered. They were
Oh,
the
yeah.
only reason we were
Especially Mila. Okay,
like
take a few seats. I'm
and take a
sorry.
shower while you're at it.
Thank
They look
you.
so greasy. And it's like she's like like they're only trying to save face now because their shit got published. Like these letters
Mhm.
are out there.
Oh,
God, they're awful.
and that's the thing is like there's no excuse for it.
No.
Like, to me, they should have just shut the F up if
And
they didn't
also,
want any kind of backlash. Now they've opened a whole can of worms
oh
because now
yeah.
people are like, okay, you poked the bear. Now we're going to come after you.
And dig up all these disgusting interviews. She was 14, he was
Hmm.
19, talking about how excited he was to have her sitting on his lap, or like
Hmm.
when he tried to slip her the tongue, like on air.
Hmm.
Like it was just like they showed a clip when they were on Rosie O'Donnell's talk show, and she's like, oh yeah, there's a thing for that. It's called like pedophile or something. It's just uncomfortable. It's just
So
all of it's
stupid.
coming out, you know, and
Hmm.
then people are like, they better, you know, hurry up and download all these things now before it gets scrubbed clean from the internet because they're going to call their people to be like, remove all this shit because now it's coming back
Oh,
to
for
bite us in
sure.
the ass.
Oh, completely. And his stupid face. I've never
Me neither.
myself
I can't. I
never
don't like
cared for
him.
him. He's obnoxious. You
Yeah.
know, he's like one of those guys you see on like Union Street drunk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like,
He's a
"Ugh."
bro.
Yeah, exactly. And but his stupid face when they were talking, when she was talking, he's just like,
Yeah.
you know, like, let me look sad, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm bothered.
They looked bored and like, I guess we have to do this. So, anyways, I've just been so pissed over that
Hmm.
because
No, same
it
here.
just, the apology was so, it was awful. Their careers are done for. I mean, if they can
Hmm.
come back from this, I'll be shocked.
Oh, for real. And it's just creepy, it's cringy, and it says a lot that they thought that those letters were not going to be exposed, that they were
Yeah.
in their eyes supposed to be confidential. So that makes it right. And what you feel like somehow
Exactly.
you were robbed of what? What about the victims that this guy did those things to? You know?
Disgusting.
He is. I'm sorry. I don't know. I mean, and there are no words to describe the level of, crappiness that this whole people that are involved in it in that way. I can't even.
No, and I know we're in a cancel culture type of environment, and we're sort of like you and I are kind of like "Ugh, everyone's being canceled for like the
Mhm.
littlest things." In this case, like it's merited.
Oh,
So
completely. Because I will say this, it makes me sick when, I mean, there are some celebrities I adore, right? But I feel like we put too much, especially nowadays, we put too much on celebrities and make them as though they are like
God.
the gods and goddesses of everything. Like,
Mm-hmm.
let's wait to see what they say, And
Mm-hmm.
it's just like, honestly, a lot of them lately have been using some badass judgment.
Mm-hmm.
And my heart goes out for the victims of this turd, along with the fact, like, I think of like Rose McGowan and the
Yeah.
stuff that she's gone through for speaking her truth,
Oh.
and them, everybody making her look like she's a nut job. When in reality, like, she was victimized. And I think that's the thing is, like, when you are a true victim of something, it's hard enough to speak up.
Mm-hmm.
And, you see other people that came out that had the same experiences as her and
Right.
were praised for the things they were doing. But
Yes.
yet, because she was challenging people and basically saying, say something, they're going to go against her, even though she was one of the freaking pioneers of getting this guy Weinstein in trouble.
Yeah, and don't even get us started on Marilyn Manson because
Oh, yeah.
because
It's,
so much could have been prevented
oh,
because
completely.
I still cannot get over like the latest, like, from a few years ago that you can watch the music video. It's still out there where he's raping his girlfriend who he
Hmm.
drugged. It's on
Yeah.
YouTube right now.
Yeah. And that's why I don't know if you follow, what's the girl, Kat Von D?
Yeah.
But she has him over her house all the time. They go to parties or like best friends, and I'm like,
Mm,
just like, I don't know. It's just it just doesn't sit right with me.
no, anyone that associates, I guess Kanye had him at one of his Sunday services. This is a freaking devil worshiper, supposedly. And he's there, like, no, I'm
Yeah.
just
It's
tired. I'm tired with Hollywood right now. I'm
No,
tired.
same here. I'm right there with you because a lot of things just have been going on, and it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel
No.
right.
Mm-mm.
So I don't know, but in the 90s, we weren't really talking about a lot of this stuff.
No, we weren't. We were very innocent, very like
Mm-hmm.
wide-eyed, and we just want to listen to our Stone Temple Pilots and our live and our in sync, and we
Mm-hmm.
wanted to just be pure, and I think we were.
Oh, hands down. I mean, considering like some of the things that we hear about or see like in teenagers now,
Oh my God.
we were so like vanilla
Yeah.
completely. I mean, of course we had our ways, like we went to Stone Temple Pilots and people were getting high next to us and we're like, "Hey."
Yeah, like I
Oh,
did spend junior, senior year completely stoned, but like
mhm.
it's pure little innocent stuff. Like it's
Exactly.
so aw,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
oh,
it's not like you're over there, you could be doing a
shooting
lot
up.
worse.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. But today, I mean, we're going to talk about 1991,
Oh, what a year that was.
right? There was a lot that went on in 1991.
We were busy in 91. Like,
We were we were 10.
oh
We
yeah.
turned 10 that year.
Oh, that
When
was
was your 10th
30.
birthday?
Was it my 10th? Was it our 10th birthday?
1991, 81, right?
Oh,
Isn't
I
that
guess
10?
so. Oh my God, I can't do math right now. Jeez.
It's okay. I'm like, I don't know. I wouldn't put it past for me to be wrong on that.
Yeah, we were 10.
Mm.
Oh my God. Yeah. So take it away, Neen. What
Well,
happened?
to start, our president still was George Bush. And So I'll start off with the fact that it's crazy because I didn't realize how many things actually happened during this year. And it's funny because, well, it's not funny, but what is it? Operation Desert Storm was in January. That's when it started. So the war in Iraq started.
Hmm.
So our troops went in January there. And do you remember anything about that? Because I didn't. I was scared shitless.
I don't remember. Hello, like I don't remember anything about the only thing, and it's so eerie that we're talking about it now because it's September 11th as we're recording this, and
Yes,
that's still insane to me. But
it
that's the
is.
only thing I remember that was kind of I want to call it was a war on us. So,
Mm-hmm.
but like anything before, like what the Cold War, I don't know.
Yeah, see, and like, so for me, I remember because my grandma always had the news on, and I remember seeing like missiles being, shot in the air and it's dark and you see like the lights of the missiles going here and there and like the bombs going off. And I didn't know what that meant. And I thought it was where we were. I didn't know where
Mm,
Iraq was. So it was really scary. Like, and to hear the word like war, and it's like all over the news. And I'm like, oh my gosh, and when you're little, you think everything's so much bigger, right?
yeah.
Not realizing it was so far away. But yeah, in January, that's when it had started. So American troops were deployed to Iraq. Um, how about you, Steph? What's your next
I
little?
mean, I would want to go in order, but one of the things that really sticks out is for me,
Mm-hmm.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Oh,
Jeffrey
that's
Dahmer was
right.
caught in 91 in
Sure
the summer of
was.
91. And,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I'm going to go ahead and say that this is so weird to say, but he's one of the serial killers, the top one that fascinates me the most to read about, to watch documentaries on, like something about him. And yeah, it was in July that he was, I don't want to talk too much about it because he's
Mm-hmm.
coming up on Crime Talk, but they found like the severed heads in his fridge. He was just
So
a seemingly
disturbing.
normal, blonde, quiet guy
Mm-hmm.
who was, I think they diagnosed him with personality disorder,
Mm-hmm.
schizophrenia. Yeah, this mofo was convicted of 15 murders. And I think
Dang.
it was said that he had committed more than that, but that's all they got him on. Ugh.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
so chilly.
that was a
That's
moment
chilly.
in
That's
time.
chilling. It
It was
is.
chilling and chilly. Yes, it was.
It was. That's creepy. And he's
Yeah.
just, I don't know, even when you just say the name, it
Everyone knows who he is.
shivers go through my like through my spine. It's just like, you know?
Like he was the first time that I ever heard of necrophilia or
Hmm.
cannibalism because
Right.
he would eat his victims, he would
Hmm.
have sex with the corpses. So it was just
Hmm.
something like people do this. It was
Right.
my first interaction with that
Hmm.
dark side.
Oh,
So
totally. You could go down a rabbit hole.
yeah, oh yes, and I definitely with this guy, and he was beaten to death in jail by another inmate, which I don't know. I felt like some type of way about that. I just feel like okay, he got what he deserved, but
Hmm.
also like I don't know. I don't know how
Hmm.
I feel about that.
Interesting. Oh,
He
we'll
was
have
robbed of like serving like
punishment.
yes,
Hmm.
exactly. But
Yeah, no,
also
I
like
agree.
yeah, it just
Was
is
it
like
just like, I don't know, was it like a fight that broke out between them two? Or was it like, I'm going to kill you for
it
what you
was,
did?
I mean, he was known around there,
Hmm.
and this guy, he was just an inmate. It wasn't like Jeffrey Dahmer like killed his relative or anything. It was just like that's what they do in there. Like
Yeah.
they take matters into their own hands, which is good and bad
Hmm.
because
Yeah, for sure.
he was killed in 94, but he
Hmm.
was sentenced in 92. So he like barely like served any time. So
Yeah. I mean, and I guess that's why when it comes to certain criminals, it's a necessity to separate them. Because hell, if I'm in there for life and I see someone come up in here that has done some crazy stuff that I don't agree with, oh, you know, Could shank a few bitches.
Exactly. That's why I feel
Mhm.
like now I think that has a lot to do with why they have high security, high
Yeah.
level security and stuff like that because
Mhm.
they have to.
Completely. That's ooh, that's scary. Are you gonna do that on Crime Talk?
I sure am.
Oh,
I've been
can't wait.
savoring. I've been
That's gotta
waiting.
be like a two-parter.
It's gonna be a long one, yeah.
Yeah,
So
because
definitely a
that's a
two-parter.
long list of things to go through. Dang. Oh, that's exciting. So, one of the things I wanted to ask you, so do you remember the show My Sister Sam?
The name, but I oh God. Yes, I know what you're gonna say because that's on my list.
Yes. So,
But the
and
actress that was murdered?
yeah, Rebecca Schaefer.
Yeah, she was beautiful.
She was. And so I'm bringing it up because of like crime talk and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's something that we used to hear a lot about in
Mm-hmm.
the 90s, I feel like stalking.
Oh God, yeah.
It was huge. And I remember this one because it creeped the crap out of me with,
Mm-hmm.
the details of it. And I remember hearing it like on Entertainment Tonight or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But January 1st of 1991, they actually, um, the law actually went into effect for criminalizing stalkers in
Yes.
California.
Yeah.
And it was due to, I think her murder in 1989 was the one that really pushed for this to go into effect and be, an actual criminal,
Mm-hmm.
offense
No, I think
because
you're right. Mm-hmm.
she was basically murdered at her apartment and she was adorable. She was beautiful. And I mean, she barely got even a chance to even spread her wings in Hollywood, but
Yeah.
it really affected a lot of people. And yeah, it's crazy to think that. I mean, I would have thought that stalking was, regardless, that's like, that's a crime. But I guess it wasn't really thought of as something like that bad back then.
Didn't they say like because she was in the public eye that you can't like it's hard to protect people
Mhm.
like that are known and it's kind of like
Mhm.
oh fend for yourself, higher
Yeah.
security, but she was very new.
And I guess it has to do with the fact that like people, when it comes to stalking, they're actually not physically doing anything to them. So, if they want to just watch you, they're
It's
not
so
really
creepy.
hurting you. So, there's really nothing they can do to charge them.
Hmm.
I'm like, yeah, but that's still because there's intent sometimes. I
Hmm.
mean, you don't know, but like they said, this guy was seen around her work multiple times where they had to call the police. And I was just like, it still scares me.
Hmm.
Ugh.
No.
But yeah, so that was something interesting that I didn't even realize it was during the 90s. I thought it was more in the 80s, but um yeah, how about you? What's your next one, Steph?
Rodney King. So that
Yeah.
we all know the name. I
Mm-hmm.
associate it with the well, I think we all do. It's not I, but
Mm-hmm.
like it was the riots. But because we were so young, I can't remember if the riots stemmed from the beating. I think
Mm-hmm.
so. I think the LA
Yeah.
riots happened after the
Mm-hmm.
fact, but like he was beaten by LAPD,
Mm-hmm.
followed for driving under the influence.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and I when I hear his name, not
Mm-hmm.
so much when I see his photo, but when I hear his name, I can see him on the
Mm-hmm.
ground and the police with batons.
Yeah.
Like
Mm-hmm.
that's something that'll never leave my mind. I haven't seen that since the news
Mm-hmm.
way
Oh,
back then.
completely.
That one really just stuck with me. And
Yeah.
I didn't know that he passed. He passed away
Mm-hmm.
back in 2012. He wasn't even
Yeah.
50.
I know.
But
So sad.
yeah, so
That was really
um,
sad. And it was four police officers that were beating him.
mhm,
And, as we all know, his famous quote was, "Can't we all just get along?"
mhm,
And but it's crazy because when you think about it, and that was another event for me that was so scary because, these riots broke out all over, and mainly
mhm.
the most popular was obviously in LA. But you
Yes.
see these videos of things that were going on, and that's one of my biggest fears is being stuck in traffic and something breaking out and you're in the car and people are coming around your car and you're
Oh,
trapped in there.
like the purge.
Yeah, and you don't know what to do. I mean, and there's innocent people. And that's what I don't get about riots. Like, I'm all for peaceful protests. You feel strongly about something, yeah, raise your voice, do what you got to do to stand your ground, right? But when it comes to things like this, even though it was brutal and it was awful and he did not deserve that, it was crazy the amount of violence and just gr- gruesomeness that was
It
going
was
on in the streets. Like, I still remember that truck driver that was like literally pulled out of his truck and like beat on. And it was, I mean, and I, of course, you can say it was no different than what happened to Rodney, right? Um, but honestly, like, there was, whether you were white, black, Chinese, whoever, everybody was affected during these riots.
mhm.
People were, I mean, the poor people that had storefronts, I mean, there was looting. I mean, it was just awful. And being young, I mean, I didn't know what the hell that meant. I didn't know what, you know, you feel like it's like an apocalypse.
Well, didn't a riot break out in Oakland?
Probably. Yeah, I'm sure because they were in San Francisco, in
Yeah.
Oakland, all over. I want to say all over, maybe this, I don't know if they went as far as they do now, like,
Hmm.
countrywide, but definitely all over California. I think they were breaking out in the major cities,
That's
especially in
insane.
Oakland. Yeah. Actually, speaking of Oakland, not to change subjects, but the Oakland Hills fire.
That was in 91?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Uh-huh. Ain't that
Whoa.
crazy? Do you remember that day?
No, I
Oh, you
don't
don't?
at
Oh
all.
man.
Where was I? My head in a underneath the couch, apparently. I don't know what I was doing.
So, yeah, in Oakland, California, the Oakland Hills fire broke out, destroying 3,469 homes and killed 25 people. So, I remember remember that day a couple years ago when the whole freaking sky was orange?
Yes, back in
So that's
2020.
exactly what it looked like when the fires
Oh,
broke out during that
what
time.
was I in Peru? Like seriously, I don't remember it.
Maybe it was, let's see, I don't have the exact date, but it was in October of 1991. So, but it was like chunks and not just like little pieces of ash. It was like big pieces of ash just flying over to where, I mean, where I lived in Daly City. And I remember being little, being like, what the heck is this? Like, never seen anything like it. It was so weird, so eerie and scary. I mean, I don't, and
I
honestly,
don't remember. Oh my God.
that's crazy. Maybe, maybe you're inside. Maybe you didn't realize,
Thank you. Thank you for giving me credit. Because I'm like, were we that deep into a Barbies game that I didn't notice?
Well, I'm pretty sure like the fog came through and maybe
Mm,
you lived in an area where it was foggy maybe.
yeah.
So maybe you didn't get as hit with it.
Jesus Christ. This series, by the way, is very good for my memory.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh my gosh. But
Um,
so scary.
yeah. You know what else was scary and sad was Freddie Mercury passed away
I
in
know.
91. I think it was in November. Yeah, November
Mhm.
24th, from AIDS. He had been
Mhm.
diagnosed with HIV in the early 80s and then diagnosed with AIDS in 87, and then he died of complications including pneumonia.
Mhm.
And I remember that, and I
Mhm.
remember because I had a relative, or it's unclear.
Mhm.
um I have to ask my mom if he was
Mhm.
related to us by blood or if he was a friend of the family. I think he was a friend of the family, but I called
Mhm.
him uncle.
Mhm.
I remember that. I want to say he passed away from AIDS in the
Mhm.
late 80s, early 90s. And
Mhm.
that was when it was like huge. Like,
Mhm.
and it seemed like, oh my God. Because then it seemed like you catch it and that's it. And I think
Right.
that's how it was back then. And then
Mhm.
remember Real World, and we learned a
Yeah.
bit more through Pedro, and then he,
Mhm.
he passed too. So like you just think this is a death sentence. And
Mhm.
obviously now there's people like well known who have HIV and AIDS. Like, for example, Jonathan Van Ness, and he's
Mhm.
healthy, thriving, and because
Mhm.
everything's been improving with time as everything else does.
Mhm.
But back then, oh my God, you hear, oh, he's got AIDS or
Oh,
HIV, and it's
it's
like,
like you
okay,
had the plague.
exactly. Like, we gotta,
Mhm.
get ready to say goodbye to this person. So
Mhm. Oh,
that was
yeah.
sad, and he was such a talent, and
He was,
um
and what's sad about him too is that he announced that he had AIDS the day before. So he knew he had contracted it,
way
early
back
on,
when.
but he didn't tell anybody. And he announced it the day before he died.
Ugh.
And I don't know, it was just so sad. And I think it really hit home for a lot of people. Just, like the severity and how, like, this was a big epidemic, and I think, everybody loved Queen, everybody loved Freddie Mercury. And it was just really sad.
Hmm.
Along with him, also Magic Johnson, he also revealed that he had HIV. Simultaneously, he announced his retirement on the same day at the press conference. And it just shows, like, I feel like those were the things people felt they had to do.
Yeah.
It's no different than Greg Louganis. Is that his name? The diver,
Oh
from the
yeah.
Olympics, that hit his head, and come to find out he hit his head on the diving board. Come to find out, he then announces he has HIV. But it's the lack of awareness that caused such hysteria and paranoia. And what's crazy is that now I know that HIV can pretty much become undetectable with all
Hmm.
of the drugs that they have, like you said. And the antiviral that they give people for COVID now, Paxlovid, I believe that's what they give
Yes.
people if they think that they have been exposed to someone that has HIV during, in sexual intercourse, drugs, whatever it may be. And it's supposed to um prevent you from getting sick if you take it within a certain amount of time,
Hmm.
which is amazing when you think of how far we've come and how back then it was so scary.
It's just like, oh my God, look
Mhm.
at where we are now. Where are we
Mhm.
going to be in 10 years? It just
Yeah.
keeps improving. Like, things keep getting better and better and better. And
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like, thank God for scientists, right?
Hmm.
I mean, because
Here,
honestly, like,
here.
yeah, I mean, it's just when you think about it, like all the research and stuff that's been done. And when you think of, like, even cancer, I hope in 10 years that cancer can be, I don't want to say eradicated, I hope, but I hope we've come a lot further than we are now. I mean, we're a lot further than we were back in the 80s or 90s, and hearing things like with HIV that it can be taken care of and
Yeah.
treated, that's huge. Because I remember us going the AIDS walk.
Hmm.
And it was so heart-wrenching because, we both, like you said, we both know people that have that and or have had it, and, or passed away from it. And it was scary,
Yeah.
it's so heartbreaking. So, yeah, that was a huge year for a lot of things, and one being HIV and people coming out with
Hmm.
that, and it's sad that people even felt like they had to say that,
Yeah.
or
Just
else.
like coming out of the closet, like,
Uh-huh.
or anything. Like, you have
Mm-hmm.
to make some big declaration. I get why you have to, though, if you have like a sexually transmitted disease or a disease that you can pass to someone else, right?
Mm-hmm.
I get that. I
Right.
understand because there's safety, but
Mm-hmm.
it's just, it's sad.
Mhm.
I
It
mean,
is.
he's amazing, and his voice, like, oh, you know,
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's up there
no,
with
completely.
George. So,
Right? No, for real. What is one that I wanted to bring up? Yeah, something simple was Nirvana released their famous album Nevermind. They went on to sell 11 million copies in the US alone, and I can't even imagine how many they've sold to this day.
all whilst wearing unwashed clothing.
Right? And to think, I mean, gosh, that was like the man, the I don't know. What is it called? Grunge
Yeah.
just started and was just like, "Ugh." Like,
Like,
let's not
y-
wash your hair and don't brush your teeth. That's hot.
yeah.
I
I
like
mean,
grunge. I liked grungy back then. Don't get me wrong. I liked some guys that were grungy, but it's a personal hygiene. I can't get past like you got to brush your teeth, wash your face.
exactly.
Uh,
Ew.
that's my own personal preference. But some people liked it the dirtier the better. I don't know.
Oh
Who
my
would even
God.
come up with that?
Who knows? I
You
can't
know?
even, like, not even on my laziest day can I do that.
No, for real. I can't even handle seeing myself with greasy hair. Like, you know how like if you accidentally put too much oil
Yes.
or
Yes.
product in your hair and it
Conditioner.
gets
Yeah.
hella
Ew. It
yes.
pisses me off.
Because I'm sorry, girls. I'm just gonna say this right here. Okay.
Oh.
If you have greasy hair and you know it, you haven't washed your hair. If you could see your scalp and your hair is literally clumping together, wash your dang hair. Don't be lazy. Wash it.
Ugh.
Not only does it look gross, people could smell that. There's nothing worse than being behind a girl or person in line somewhere where they have dirty ass hair and you could smell it.
Ew, Neen. I feel
Yeah, I ain't down with
gross.
that crap. I'm
Neither am
sorry.
I.
And I'm not trying to be mean, but I don't like that. I just think that's so gross. I don't need to be smelling someone's scalp.
Ew, okay. Next. I'm uncomfortable. Here's something lighthearted. Super Nintendo was released in 1991 in North America. Oh yeah, oh
Oh,
yeah, oh
yeah.
yeah. This is heartwarming for me because when I was little, my dad got me Nintendo,
Mhm.
and then he got me the Game Boy, and then he
Mhm.
got me Super Nintendo. And the reason why is because he's amazing, but also he would play the games with me,
Oh,
and he would be, of course, amazing and phenomenal, and
I love
magically
it.
beat all the levels. You know,
Oh,
just
amazing.
yeah.
Until the day I die,
Mhm.
Super Mario Brothers will be my all-time
Same
favorite.
here. My all-time favorite, Super Mario 3. That's my
Oh,
jam.
I believe that was a really good one.
Yeah, that's the ultimate. And I still have my Super Nintendo console in
Mhm.
storage and my PlayStation with my Spice Girls game that my daddy got me.
Ooh.
But I don't have my original Nintendo with Duck Hunt because that went to Peru. No offense to my family in Peru. I love you. But one day I just came
Ah,
home and it was gone. I was like, hi.
don't you hate when that happens? It's just like, where'd it go? Oh, I gave it to your cousins, or I
Yeah,
gave it to the
like
kid. Well, you don't use it anymore.
exactly. Like,
But
let
when
me
I want
decide.
to, I hope it's there.
Exactly.
No, but you know what though? Like Super Mario Brothers, I'm sorry, but I ain't down with the technology nowadays that's so freaking fast.
Mm.
Presley and Tony can sit down and play on her, what's it called? Nintendo Switch.
Oh shit.
She can play, and she's over there. And literally, your eyes, I don't have good hand-eye coordination at all. And when we try to play games, I'm like, I'm a hot mess.
Oh my
And it's to
God.
where I just give up. To where I even bought my own controller, hoping that would change, the how it was gonna go. No, these things, it's like you press a little control this way and it's already like gone. Like you don't even know, you can't keep up with the little character.
Mm.
I want to take it back to 1990s Super Mario's where he's nice and slow. He did what you wanted.
Yes. Yes.
It was only a couple buttons you had to press. I'm not bitter, just like whatever. But
No, but like I think it's adorable that that you try and you bought your controller and that's amazing.
yeah, I was really excited too. And I got Donkey Kong because that was another one that I loved.
Okay. So, Donkey Kong for me, I liked the what was the newer one, the look of
Mm-hmm.
the newer one.
Mm-hmm.
Um Was it on Super Nintendo? Like the
Mm-hmm.
new, yes. Uh-huh. I had that one. I
Yeah, where
loved,
he's like shoots through the barrels and
yes. And
stuff.
the when
Yeah.
he would slam the floor, like
Yes, exactly. And you press the buttons and it's like bam. Yeah. Oh my God. And like bananas would pop out and
yes.
oh yeah.
And did he have
There's
a little buddy?
Yeah, little tiny monkey.
That's right.
Yeah, like a little
Like Apu.
Marcel.
Oh, our what's our Marcel.
Little Marcel. And you know the thing is too is like my favorite level on there was I don't know he was on a soapbox
Okay.
and he was going through the ice like this roller coaster. And I remember it took me like 50 tries to get through that freaking level. And I believe I got past it. And it was like when you got past those levels and you were working all night trying to get through them, nothing like staying up late playing some good old, Nintendo
Yeah, you're
game.
making me want to like bust out my game.
Yes. Oh my God, you and Kara would have so much fun. That's a good date night.
Oh, let's get cozy.
Okay.
I did tell her I want to set it up. I just don't know
You
where I would put it.
should. Yes. Oh my
Everything's
gosh.
flat now, like our
Right.
flat TV. Like where would we
I
put the
know.
freaking Nintendo?
That's true. And the pixels are all just messed up when they
Ugh,
it just ain't the same.
it ain't.
Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, Beauty and the
Was
Beast.
released by Disney. I love that movie so much.
So do I.
I could play that over and over again. Mm,
Me too.
I wanted to be Belle.
I related to Belle hardcore,
Hmm.
reading. Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
But I'm gonna say that my favorite, I think, was Princess Jasmine. I thought she was a baddie.
Oh, I never saw that movie.
What? Aladdin?
Mm-mm.
Okay. You need to watch that with Pretzel. It's hilarious.
Oh,
Robin
okay.
Williams is the genie.
Oh, really? Yeah, I've never seen it.
Oh my God. What is going on?
I know. Tony asks me that too. I'm like, it's funny. I love Disney, but I haven't seen a lot of Disney movies.
Have you seen Alice in Wonderland, like the classics?
Yes, I've seen like the classics. I've seen like Cinderella,
Okay.
Snow White, stuff like that. But, I just saw Lion King a couple years ago.
I saw it once. That was enough. I
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah, me
Bambi
neither.
once. I can't. Dumbo, get the fuck out of here. I can't do it.
Right? Lady and the Tramp.
Once, that's it.
Yeah,
101
see.
Dalmatians, get out of here. I can't do any
Hmm.
animals, even if they're cartoon.
Yeah, it's just and I'm weird. I have this thing where I don't like watching animals talk.
Wouldn't expect. So, did you watch Finding Nemo?
I did, and it was cute for sure. But I enjoyed the part in the dentist because it
Okay.
was like real little kids,
That's my
and
least
annoying
favorite
little
part, that little punk.
I know. But I'm like, but I like seeing cartoons that are people. Like I love Up or, stuff like that. I can't handle the animals talking to each other.
I get that. Did you
Yeah.
watch that funny one with Chris Rock? I don't think it's Disney now. I'm going off the deep end, but the zoo one, where they
Oh.
Madagascar, I think.
Mm-mm.
Oh, mean. See,
I
I think this is why kids like me, because I could sit down and
know.
watch the movies with them and
Yeah,
laugh.
see? Yeah. Meanwhile, Presley I'm like, do what you gotta do, girl. Like even like Toy Story, never seen
Oh,
it.
what?
I've tried. I have tried over and over to see Toy
Oh
Story and
my
I
God.
just can't. It's not that I can't, I fall asleep
That's how I
or
am with
it
Harry
just
Potter.
yeah, I've never watched that either.
Get out of here. If you want a nice nap, throw some Harry Potter on. No
Hmm.
offense. No
For
offense.
real. Yeah, no offense to, I don't even know what you call those people that love them, but I can't do it at
Potheads.
all. Yeah. Yeah, is it like Hogwarts or
Wizards. Oh yeah,
something? Yeah.
Hogwarts.
Yeah,
I don't
something
know.
like that.
Ugh.
Um,
Oh,
so, in 1991, the World Wide Web launched
took the one right
public.
out.
Really? Yay! And Microsoft.com went online.
And the World Wide Web was strictly for like research purposes and stuff, because I
Hmm.
think we didn't get to use it until 1993
Yeah,
is
no.
what, like, when it became to
Hmm.
release to the public. So
Right.
that was pretty early in the 90s. That's pretty
Hmm.
cool.
No, for sure. Oh man,
Yeah. And then
so many things.
no, and we're definitely, I know we've been talking about doing a internet episode, and that's
Yes,
coming, folks.
it is. But it is kind of like not heavy per se, but like comp complicated. There's a lot of people that are involved in.
There's a lot of cogs, and
Yes.
yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll try to
So.
be Jetsons about it. But You know who came out in 1991 was Amy Grant. Okay, so
Baby, baby.
she means a lot to me and Annie because we would perform her songs. And I was in
Mm-hmm.
Burlington the other day, and it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't Baby Baby, it was the other one that came out, like
Mm,
her
yeah.
other one.
The first the
Yeah.
first one, what is that called? Um oh, oh crap, what is that called?
Every heart we beat,
Yeah. Your name. Dun, dun, dun,
gonna stick my
okay.
claim, yeah, my red. I used to love me some
Oh,
Amy
oh
Grant.
my gosh, yes. Amy Grant gives me all the good feels. Like she was like my number one back then.
Oh my God. Okay.
Hmm.
So we didn't know she was like, I mean, no, not that it mattered, but she was like, she began in her Christian music,
Hmm.
field, and then she transferred over to pop. And that's when
Hmm.
she transferred into our hearts because I don't know how, I think Annie's brother had the CD or so, I don't know what, but we were just
Hmm.
like, we had to perform every
Fixated on
single
it.
song. Like it
Oh,
was
I
just,
love it.
it spoke our language. So
Hmm.
yes, thank you, Amy Grant, for coming out and blessing us.
Oh
And I
yeah.
believe Dave Matthews Band made their little debut in
Oh,
1991. I
hey.
think so, if I'm not mistaken. Let me
Oh
pull that
wow.
up. And I love Dave Matthews Band. I love them
Hmm.
so much, so
Oh,
so much.
totally. Yeah,
Um,
they have a unique sound all to their own.
yeah, it was in 91, and they're still around.
Hmm.
They're still doing it.
I love it.
Um, and it was a good time for music
Hmm.
because, like, as you said, it was Nirvana's
Hmm.
moment in the sun. It was huge.
Hmm.
And yeah, I
Yeah,
just
Brian Adams. Um,
Garth Brooks.
hmm
Oh,
um,
Brian Adams was I was so in love with them.
you sure were.
And he was Canadian, of course.
Of course. Color Me Bad was big that year and
I
had a few hits.
know.
Uh-huh, that year. It was like their year for sure. Um, Michael Bolton
Oh
was big back
God.
then.
He is just,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's there. Paula Abdul.
Oh, she released Promise of a New Day in 1991.
Yes.
Doesn't
I
she
love
remind you of
her.
my mom?
Yes, she does.
Thing, and she's so wee. She's like,
Yes, exactly.
every
So
time I see her
tiny.
like on my
Hmm.
feed, I'm like, is that my mom?
Even some of her mannerisms,
Yeah.
kind of, like she's just so adorable. They both are. I just love her so much. She's so funny. Like she's super cute. And
She's
she's
just,
big on like Instagram too and TikTok
yes,
doing like
huge.
yes.
She's always doing the challenges and stuff. I
Mhm.
absolutely love her.
Yeah, she's adorable. Some famous people that were popular during that time were like Christina Applegate, Naomi Campbell, Cindy Crawford.
Did
Um,
she ever leave us though? Like I
right.
just,
Of course not. She's timeless. Ugh.
oh my
Kathy
God.
Ireland, remember Kathy
Yeah,
Ireland?
she did the some fitness clothing or fitness. I know, wasn't she a
Yes.
volleyball player or something, and that's how she was discovered? No, I'm
I don't
confusing her
know.
with
That
someone
was
else.
Gabrielle Reese.
Thank you. But Kathy
Hmm.
Ireland had that big, beautiful hair.
And she was kind of like not your stick figure-ish type of wafy model that like the Kate Mosses of the 90s. You know,
Hmm.
she just brought curves to the scene and I enjoyed it. So, and she was gorgeous. Um, Princess Diana was really big during that time. Claudia
Yeah.
Schiffer
Mm, mm.
and beautiful Vanessa Williams.
Oh,
Hmm. And even Robin Givens was really big back then. Remember
wow.
her?
I know the name, but I don't remember what
Remember
she's.
she was Mike Tyson's girlfriend.
Oh, yeah.
Hmm. Um, so they said in 1991, a postage stamp was 29 cents.
Wow.
I'm like, right? Bread was 73 cents per pound. Milk was $1.39 per
And that went
gallon.
up, right?
Uh-huh. Sugar was 44 cents per pound. Butter was $1.94. And a dozen eggs was $1.01.
Oh, I'd be buying up the whole store. Oh my God. Sorry, I love
Right?
eggs.
Yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with ooh, some I have some hard-boiled eggs in the refrigerator for
Ooh,
tomorrow.
open it up for
Yummo.
me.
Okay.
Um, and then the cost of a new home, like I it depresses me to see like
Mm-hmm.
these things because it I guess I mean duh with improvements in the world comes costs because everything costs money. But back in the day, 140 wait, $147,000 to buy a brand spanking new home.
How much?
147,000.
Oh my gosh.
Like
Damn.
how is that a thing? How
Yeah.
inflation went up 4.2%, but and unemployment went up
But you know,
5.6%.
when you think of it, it's so crazy how, like, even when I think of like my uncle, so my dad's uncle, when he bought his house,
Yeah.
um, they paid 20,000 for it. Yeah. I'm
When
like,
was that?
20,000. That was in the 60s. 60s or 50s. I can't remember. It had to be the 60s. But I'm like, oh my God, 20,000. Imagine that. Imagine still having that house to this day. And what a profit you made, right?
That's just mind-boggling. Like kudos to everyone that invested in real estate back in the day because
Oh,
they're the ones that
completely.
are laughing all the way to the bank.
Oh, yeah. Big, imagine your apartment complexes and crap. You
The
know,
people
I
that
just,
Mhm.
I can't. I just like, I mean, we were how old at this time? So it's
I know. I know, but like it's just mind-boggling. And then
hmm
not to deviate and totally come back to costs and stuff,
hmm
but I really want to mention this before I forget. Little Ed Sheeran was born in 91.
Oh, how cute.
I love him so much. Like I
Dang,
just
that's
want to like
crazy.
mention him because he's just a little dot.
Wow. That's insane.
He's a tiny little baby.
Yeah, for real. No, no doubt. That's
Thank
oh, that's really cute actually.
you. Like,
Um a VCR was $399.
holy wait, what?
Uh-huh. Isn't that a lot of money?
That what?
Yeah, I don't know why it was so
I
expensive.
guess because it would did it just come out or something?
Maybe. I'm trying to think. What was before tapes?
Yeah. I guess before VHS, it was those big little 8 millimeter thingies, right?
Yeah. So I guess maybe it was like some, I don't know. It doesn't seem right, does it?
No, you're right, because it says here it could set you back 399. Maybe you can, yeah, I think it's I don't think it's something crazy to
I mean, I
think.
guess when you think of it, I guess it's just all relative. Like, because the Super Nintendo was 299, a new
Yeah.
one.
Mm-hmm.
So, it was a luxury to be able to watch, you know, movies at
Mm-hmm.
home. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, hell. They said a digital pager, which was a hot commodity back then,
Oh yeah.
was at $7.95 a month.
A month. You had to have a service. Like,
Mm-hmm.
ay, ay, ay. I think now the sorry, I'm stuttering because
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about TV right now.
Uh-huh. Mhm.
But yeah, I saw the cost of the page and I was like, wow, they had to my parents paid for that like monthly. Like
Yeah,
I didn't
see?
think about that till I saw like till you mentioned it until I saw it. Like I was like, I guess yeah, things cost a lot. I'm still stuck on the VCR though. But I
Mhm.
guess it's because like is that when it came out? Like is that when it was created and released?
Hmm. I
Because
don't
I
know.
think that has a lot to do with it. Because remember back in the
True.
day, like when you would buy like a brand new like sound system or
A boom
speaker,
box.
but not even a boombox, like the stuff that our parents had, the big like 5 foot
Oh yeah,
speakers and
big
the
ass.
turntable and the whole
Uh-huh.
to do, and then you put
Mhm.
it in a glass case.
Mhm. Oh
Those
yeah.
like super expensive. So it does make sense that it would cost that
I don't
much.
know because it said the VCR was invented in 1956.
Puta madre, I don't know then.
It said the technology which produced the video cassette recorder is already at the end of its days. Okay, I don't know what that's talking about. But how much did a VCR cost in 1980?
How much?
Oh shit. Okay, so it says the price tag started to see significant reductions in the 80s, but that nearly $1,500 top retail price had fallen to an average of 200 to 400. $1,500 prior to that? That's nuts. That was a fraction of the college tuition it once cost families.
Okay, that is insane. And I'm like, do I still have a VCR? Because maybe it's worth a lot of money. Let me sell that
Okay.
bitch.
Yeah, for
Let me sell it
real.
on eBay.
Yeah, that's insane. I don't
Um,
know. That's weird. I mean, a new car, a Ford Explorer, for example, was $15,000.
okay.
That
That
makes
makes,
sense to
yeah,
me.
makes
The
sense.
VCR, I'm still tripping.
Yeah. I didn't,
How much was a cassette or a VHS? Like,
oh my God. I don't
yeah.
know. Because
Hmm.
we'll have to do some deep digging there.
Mhm.
Um, Dollar Tree was founded in 91.
Wow, I didn't even know they were around that long.
Me neither. Thank you,
Man,
Dollar Tree.
I
Um,
have a funny story about a Dollar Tree.
tell me, I
So
love
my
everything Dollar
first
Tree.
dollar store I ever went to, it wasn't a Dollar Tree, I don't believe, but it was a dollar store in Westlake.
Was it the
And
$1.98
I believe
clearance
it
center?
was. Yeah,
Nothing's
yes, yes,
over
yes,
a
it
dollar
was.
98.
Right next to the Woolworth.
Yep.
And I went in there and I had my little cart and I
Oh,
filled it up with a whole bunch of stuff. And I had like a big doll. I had like crayons. I mean, you name it, I had it in my cart, like
oh my
Lee press
God,
on
I love
nails.
you.
And so my mom goes, okay, you're going to pay for that, right? Because I had my little purse and wallet. So
Stop.
I get to the register and see, I thought that you could buy whatever you wanted in the store and it would only cost $1.98. So I put
Clearance
all this
center.
stuff on the counter and the lady told me it was like $12.
Tell
And
me
I
your
looked
mother
at my
stepped in.
mom. She did, but I looked at my mom and I said, I only have $1. And she was like trying to explain it to me, but I still didn't understand. I said, no, but this is the $1.98 store.
Oh my
I was like, I
God.
was like, but and my mom's like, don't worry, I'll pay for it. But I still
Oh,
remember that because it traumatized me.
you're adorable. Wait, do you see Toti down at the corner? She's been listening and watching us. Look,
Look at her. Oh, she's like an Egyptian princess. Like
she
she's like
is.
a sphinx
I love her so much. I can't take her
on
seriously.
her pink foundation over there.
Oh my
I love it.
God. That was a cute little like just you telling the cute, adorable story. And then I look over and I see that. Oh my God. You are so
Yeah.
cute. I used to live up in the $1.98 store.
Oh yeah, they had amazing stuff back then. It was incredible. I love, oh man, you got really good stuff back then.
Yeah,
You know,
totally.
um, parachute pants were all the rage back then,
You know, they're
along with
coming back.
they sure are. Because
I
I
see.
got some sweatpants like that, but they're parachutey.
Like, do you know in my storage unit, I have 50 pairs of parachute pants that I refuse to get rid of because they're Zumba parachute pants. And
Oh
I'm like,
snap!
they're not in style. But I refuse to get rid of them because I spent so much money. And
And they're
now I'm
probably
like,
good quality.
yeah. And I'm like, are they back? Like, and all I see in Ross and Target are like parachute pants.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
like,
you need to break some of those out, like for real.
rep them.
Do you
Hey.
have any do you have any windbreaker suits which were really popular in 1991?
No, I
Oh.
don't. Man, you could hear you coming from a mile away. Like, I
Mm.
remember my mom, dad, and myself had windbreaker suits in the
Oh my
90s.
God, please tell me you did a photo.
I wish we had done a photo shoot. I know we did a photo. And
Oh.
you know what else happened whilst wearing matching windbreaker head to toe? You would get static electricity. I would be getting shocked
Oh,
constantly touching the
oh yeah.
escalator in a store. The hell?
Oh, completely. Oh man, windbreakers. I saw one this weekend at a antique shop. I was tempted, even though I mean, I don't know. I don't like wearing other people's
I don't,
clothes like that. But it was like a staple. It was like I felt like it was something that needed to be framed.
Nice.
You know, because it was the one that had like the geometric shapes of different colors. So it had like purple and blue
Ooh,
and white and
ooh,
pink, you know?
yes.
Yeah. And I felt like I needed like a perm teased out,
Oh,
you know, collar up, a white t-shirt under,
oh,
white
white
socks with
shoes.
white shoes.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, you just brought me back. I feel cozy right now. Thank
Right.
you.
Oh man, those are the days. I tell
Oh
you.
man, what else? I mean,
Hmm.
there's just so much. Like
There
the
is.
it just goes on and on and on and on. My God. Like,
Mm-hmm.
um, let's see here. The Silence of the Lambs was released. That's what I wanted to mention.
Yes, I like that movie.
Yeah, and I
That was
love it
good.
because it's all up here. Woo,
Mm-hmm.
it's
Oh
all
yeah. That was
mental.
creepy.
Yeah, that was a
Mm-hmm.
very creepy movie. I think I'll be getting ready to watch that this
Yes.
season.
No, that was really good. And the names Michael and Ashley were favorite baby names.
I I love a good Ashley. Like if
Mm-hmm.
your name is Ashley, you're blonde and pretty.
Oh,
Like
completely. Yeah. For
like
real.
that's just what it is. The 100th episode of Full House aired in 91.
Oh, dang. Wow, really? I
Mhm.
didn't see that. Did your mom watch Dallas?
No.
Yeah, my mom did, and I remember it was the final episode. It was like the epitome of like the end of Sex in the City, I think back in the day for a lot of people.
Yeah.
It was huge. I could still hear the theme song. Oh, goodness gracious.
Wait,
Um,
you'll
d-
appreciate this.
huh.
The bull haircut made a
Oh,
comeback.
sure did. Dang, that was hideous. I was
Uh,
like, who does that?
Us when we were 5.
For real. That was like almost like a cousin Oliver haircut.
Oh God,
His was
yeah.
like a bowl slash mullet haircut.
Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah, there was so many things. It was like, I don't know, there's just like so many things to count. Um, some of the most popular food and beverage trends of 1991 were Arizona iced tea, bagel bites.
Bagel bites. They're
Hmm.
still going strong.
They sure are. Capri Suns,
Oh, I love
frozen corn hot or what is that? Frozen corn dogs,
Capri Sun. Okay.
Hawaiian punch,
Mm,
and high C. Remember that?
I do.
I
And
didn't care for them, but
I didn't either. And salsa apparently surpassed ketchup sales
as it
in
should.
91.
As
Yeah,
it
amen.
should. Yeah, I ain't down for ketchup. Ugh, sorry. It's like I don't understand. Some people put ketchup on everything.
Ew. Yeah, that's true.
And I just, I did like ketchup on my eggs for a minute.
Yeah, me too. Just because it was the thing to do, but just for a
Yeah.
minute, a
Yeah,
nano.
exactly. Because I question myself when I
Yeah.
think or I'm going to attempt putting a French fry in ketchup.
Yeah, no. It just takes the
Ugh,
flavor away. I'm sorry, it wrecks it. But
it
yeah.
does. It's just too sweet. Ugh, I'm good. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, do you have anything else, Steph?
I mean, it's just a lot of little like trivia things that I didn't know. I mean, monkey virus was discovered in Canada,
Oh
Edmonton to be
wow.
exact.
Ooh, creepy. Man.
Um, let's see what else.
Oh
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean, there's
look.
a lot.
Yeah, I mean, look at the dissolution is it dissolution, I can't say that
Yeah.
word, of the Soviet Union began in the 1980s, but in 1991 the dissolution was completed that year. So
Okay,
meaning all the states within the union declared themselves independent. So that was actually
that's
a big
huge.
one.
Mm-hmm.
Big time. Oh, and do you remember the eclipse of 1991?
Clips.
Eclipse.
Oh, eclipse. Sorry, I was like, are
Mhm.
we talking hair clips? No, I don't. Wait. Yes, I do. And I
Mhm.
think I was like, someone was like, don't look directly at it or something because you can go blind.
So I think because it was on July 11th of 1991. It was a total
Of the
eclipse
heart.
over the Pacific Ocean and can be seen over Hawaii, then
Oh,
South America. The moon blocked the sun for a total of 6 minutes, making it the
God.
longest duration of an eclipse on record.
That's insane.
And I do remember, I believe it was at my grandma's. I remember that because I remember it got dark.
Like, can we
Like not
just
super dark, but it was dark for sure.
look at everything that we've lived through, Neen?
Mm-hmm.
We are a freaking walking history book.
Aren't we though?
We really are.
I hope kids nowadays, when they listen about our history, I really hope they just take it, and they're like, wow, that's phenomenal.
You really needed to hold a cane and shake it in the air while you said that. These kids today,
You're right. I do. I know me. I need to explain the importance of history
for real.
because I didn't take it seriously.
I didn't take it seriously either. And going back and that's why again, like this is so good for us because like
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
like you're reminding me of things that I did not know I lived through. So this is
Mm-hmm.
really good history lesson because damn, we've been through a lot. And we went through COVID.
Oh,
What the hell?
for real. Dang, we are.
We're
I don't
sitting,
know.
we're
We
sitting on the
should be like,
anniversary. Mm-hmm.
we should be like, I don't know, like
80.
mummified.
Yeah.
I want them to find my body in the future to where I look exactly like this.
Exactly. Well,
You
you
know?
continue doing your skincare the way you do, you're gonna look exactly like this.
Oh, thank you. I got my frownies, by the way.
Ooh la lee.
And let me tell you, you can tap on it and it's hard as it like a cast.
Ew, that makes me feel weird.
Oh, yeah, but when you take it off, it's like,
Oh, okay. So it doesn't stay like
yeah.
that. I'll
I'm
have to
gonna wear it
tap your.
next time.
Okay.
Hmm.
I can't wait to see your, even though I don't know what you're like trying to fix, but
Oh
like,
no, right here. See this little one here? Yeah. Maybe I'll put it
well,
all
on
over my
Saturday I'll
face.
stare at it and see if I can see it or not.
Oh, man. Oh, we'll see. Yeah, I'll show you a whole bunch. Anyways, anything else you wanted to share, Steph?
I mean, if we keep going, we'll be here for another hour.
I know, for real. Because, yeah, and I mean, we have so many more years to cover.
We sure do. I feel like 93 is going to be lit, but
Mhm.
92, I don't know. I mean, it's just, yeah, I'm excited. I'm very,
Yeah.
very excited. I mean, shout out to Kevin Costner because he got best film of, in the
Hmm.
91, I think, was Dances with Wolves. So he won
Oh,
like best
that
Oscar,
movie made me so
best
sad.
director. I cannot. I had to watch it
Yeah.
for school later in life, and I was like,
Ugh.
oh my God.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That one and that other one with Ethan Hawke, was it? It's another like wolf movie.
Mm-mm.
Wolf dancing. Is that, did you say Dancing with Wolves?
Yeah, Dances with
Okay, it
Wolves.
was another one. I can't remember. Was Ethan Hawke in that?
No, it was Kevin Costner. Oh, maybe. No, Ethan Hawke was.
Because if it's the one with Ethan Hawke, I cried my brains out. I think I cried all the tears I could cry.
It was definitely. I don't remember. I don't remember Ethan Hawke being in it.
Okay, then we're good. It was still a sad movie.
It was so sad. Like, oh my God.
Mm, I don't know. I don't like stuff like that.
Me neither.
It's disturbing. Oh, it's Dances with Wolves. I thought it
What
was
is
Dancing with Wolves.
oh, what's Dancing with Wolves?
I
What's
don't
in
know. Maybe that's the one I was actually talking about. Okay, that is not, you know what? That's not the movie with Ethan Hawke.
No, it's with Kevin
And is there wolves in this movie?
kind of. Ooh, excuse me. I don't mean
Okay,
to
I didn't
yawn
see
into the mic.
it's okay. I didn't see this movie.
Yeah, I didn't see it till later in life for school, and it was intense. That's all
Oh
I'm gonna say.
man, yeah, it was because I sure as hell didn't see that movie because I thought there was wolves involved,
Oh my
and
God.
obviously I was wrong. So whatever. There's that. White Fang.
Oh, see, you're on the same vein. You're okay.
Oh my God, that was such a sad movie, Steph.
Yeah, I
Ugh,
can't. Nope,
yeah. Anyways, we won't go there. We won't go down that rabbit hole, folks.
we won't.
But yeah, I'm done as far as I'm concerned. Anything else you
Yeah.
want to chat
I
about,
mean,
Steph?
if I think of one that I could kick myself for not mentioning, I'll
Hmm.
definitely bring it up. But I
Oh,
think
for
we're
sure.
in a good place.
Hmm.
Good
I agree.
place.
I
Thanks for the
agree.
history lesson,
Oh,
everybody.
yes. Yes, likewise. And what a great trip down memory lane.
Oh, wait, hold on. Alex Trebek became the first TV personality to host 3 game shows in a row
He
at the
sure
same
did.
time.
Dang.
Blah and blah. Because
Yeah,
I
I was
don't
like,
know the
what's
other
that?
two. Some other random shows, but
Dang,
Jeopardy,
but you know what?
hello.
Rest in peace, Alex Trebek. He was a
Definitely.
hottie.
I loved him. I
Hmm.
loved him. I still do. But
He
yeah,
had
then
such grace.
he did. And
Hmm.
on that note,
On that note, Steph.
Neen, this has been real. And
Sure has.
yeah. Anyways, I'll see you for Fridays with Neen.
Sounds good. Can't wait.
Drops this Friday, everybody. Till next
Oh,
time,
yeah.
catch you on the flip side.
Peace out, buddy.